The release of Grand Theft Auto 6 is scheduled for November 19, 2026. That date is not random. It lands exactly in the period when the gaming industry sells the most games. You know, holiday season, Black Friday, big retail traffic. Now imagine something. What if Microsoft launched its new console, known as Project Helix, in that very same month, not after the game, not a year later, at the exact same time? The question is not whether it will happen. The more interesting question is this: would it be a brilliant strategic move? The problem with launching a console after the phenomenon. If Helix were to arrive in 2026, the situation would look very different. By that point, millions of players will have already begun their journey in GTA 6. Online communities will already exist, groups of friends will already be playing together on the same platforms, and when Helix finally arrives, its proposal would be simple: play GTA 6, but better. The problem is that the audience might respond with something very simple: I'm already playing it. The historical precedent, the Xbox 360 strategy. This strategy has happened before. In 2005, Microsoft launched the Xbox 360 a full year before the release of the PlayStation 3. During that time, Xbox was the only next-generation console available. That allowed the platform to build a massive player base, attract developers, establish strong online communities. That 1 year head start became one of the most important strategic decisions of that console generation. Now imagine something. If Helix launched in 2026, it would also arrive before the next console from Sony. In other words, before the PlayStation 6. History could repeat itself. The perfect cultural moment. There is another reason why November 2026 would be a special moment. That month brings one of the most anticipated releases in the history of gaming. Yes, GTA 6, again. When a game of that scale arrives, the entire ecosystem shifts. Social media coverage, streams, technical comparisons, videos across the internet, everything revolves around the game. If a new console appears at that exact moment, something interesting happens. The game automatically becomes the technical showcase for the hardware. The PC factor. Rockstar Games has a very clear pattern. Their major releases usually arrive on consoles first. Their examples: GTA 5 took almost 2 years to arrive on PC. Red Dead Redemption 2 took more than a year. If that pattern repeats with GTA 6, millions of PC players may not be able to play it in 2026. That creates a massive group of players with only two options: wait or buy a console. A new console launching at that moment could become especially attractive, especially if they are used to having high performance on their PC. The Fortnite lesson. For years, the game that completely dominated the gaming conversation was Fortnite. The title from Epic Games achieved something extremely rare. It transformed into a social platform with live events, virtual concerts, constant changes to the game world. But there's an interesting detail. None of Fortnite's trailers have reached the cultural impact for the first or second trailer for GTA 6. That level of anticipation suggests something important. If Rockstar Games decides to evolve the online mode of GTA, it could become an even larger phenomenon. The potential of the new GTA Online. The new online component could include dynamic events, a persistent world, massive social experiences. In other words, something closer to what Fortnite managed to achieve. If that happens, GTA could become a platform that lasts for many years, and any hardware associated with its launch would gain enormous visibility. Next, the hybrid factor. Console plus PC. Here a key difference appears compared to traditional consoles. Project Helix wouldn't necessarily need to compete directly against PlayStation 5 or the future PlayStation 6, because it could occupy a different space, a hybrid device between console and PC. Today there are already examples of hardware that demonstrate this concept, such as ROG Ally or Steam Deck. These devices run full PC games, not reduced versions. That means immediate access to enormous game libraries. PC Digital stores thousands of titles available from day one. If Helix adopts a similar architecture, the classic launch library problem would almost disappear, because the library would already exist from the very first day. Next, the advantage of simplicity. This is where Microsoft could gain an advantage. The historical problem of PC gaming has always been complexity. Configurations, drivers, complicated menus. Many players simply do not want that. They want something much simpler. Turn it on, select the game, and only play. That's it. For years, Xbox has tried to build increasingly accessible interfaces. If Helix manages to combine PC-level power, access to PC game libraries, a simple console-style interface, it could offer something that barely exists today. And what's that? Exactly. The power of PC gaming with the simplicity of a console. Basically, launching Helix in 2027 would be the safer option. But it would also mean arriving after the biggest game release of the decade. Launching it in November 2026 would be a far riskier move. But it could also turn it into the platform that arrived exactly when the entire world was looking at the same place. Exactly. The release of GTA 6. And that's it. Well, thank you for being here. Heavenly Thorns, Stellar Heart, Born to Glow, Raised by Light. See ya at the next spark, where light still dances in the dark. Goodbye.